There are many people asking me what is the best currency in the Europe. There are actually few currencies that are used as a something that can keep your money for the future in the world of high inflation. This is of course euro, this is Swiss franc, and this is British pound. But that is a very, very, very big mistake in Europe, thinking that any currency will bring you wealth to the future, as currencies are going down against inflation, against the higher prices, against many things, against even high price of gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies as well, of course. But the most important is that people still think in Europe that, let's say, there are currencies that will take with them the wealth for future, which is a big lie. However, there are some currencies that are better with the bringing the value of money from today, let's say in next 10 years. And especially people think that maybe GBP is the best currency for it, but this is a big lie, as we have now here chart in front of our eyes which shows how bad the British pound is compared to Swiss franc. Look, this is the chart of the Swiss franc, and people think that if they keep British pound, they can save their money for later, or they will have more money. But compare that to the higher prices, and compare that to the growth of wages, growth of gold price, silver price. We have another example that shows, let's say, if you want to keep your money in some currencies, then the Swiss franc is much better than the British pound. Actually, the British pound is a garbage. Not little bit garbage. It is garbage compared to Swiss franc. Look at this. In 1971, I'm telling that all the time, one pound was 6.6 francs. Today, 1 pound, you see how it went down. Boom, 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 boom. 1 pound is 1 Swiss franc. 1.13. Actually, so if you kept your money in British pounds since 1971 without any interest, this is just an example, of course, today you would have just 1 million pounds, and this 1 million pounds would equal only to 1 million francs. Well, actually, 1,130,000 Swiss francs. It is equal 1 to 1, 1 million pounds, 1 million francs. But if you exchange that 1 million British pounds in 1971 for Swiss francs, you would get then 6.6 million Swiss francs, and today 6.6 million Swiss francs is actually 6.6 million British pounds. So keeping your money in British pound, this would be the most stupid thing you would ever do. Exactly. Yes, exactly. It is the most stupid thing you would ever do. So there are maybe currencies that can help you to take your money to the future, to save your money in some currency, your wealth in some currency, and that will bring with the next years some value with you. However, this is not the British pound. The British pound is one of the worst currencies in Europe, actually. Can you imagine that? From 6.6 million per 1 million to 1 million francs per 1 million pounds. That's it. Another thing. Because, I've got customers and they are asking me, what is the best currency in your opinion? In my opinion, there are no good currencies because currencies must be used to purchase some asset. Currencies must be purchased to create business, create wealth, create profit. Money must go around. And there must be diversification always. But there are currencies that are much better than other currencies. And the Swiss franc is the best currency out of those two currencies. The British pound and the Swiss franc. I don't know how more bright example can be showed to show this example. From 6.6 million francs per 1 million pounds to 1 million francs per 1 million pounds. That's it. It's over. Okay. So chief in this situation is better. You would say that, well, maybe you do business through London, so that's why you need British pound. It's a bullshit. In Switzerland, you may have even lower taxes than in London, and now when London got out of the European Union, you are not able to make business in the most of the European countries as usually. It is over. But in Switzerland, if your operational money is in Swiss franc, at least if you've got customers that actually accepting Swiss franc, and you don't have to exchange it all the time. But if you keep in British pound and you do business in the European Union, you must exchange it as well. So making business now at the moment, if we will have the same set of rules in next 10, 20 years as it was in last 50 years, in Europe, in the world, it is obvious that to make business in the Europe or around the world is best doing that from Switzerland, not from London. And using Swiss franc, not British pound. Yes, at the moment you get Swiss franc 0.5% only, the interest rate, and the British pound is 4.75. But if you go, if you're using your money all the time, you won't get any interest rate. And not all people want to keep their money in the bank. So if you don't keep a British pound in the bank for the set of time, let's say, or you don't get interest rate. But if you keep your money in Swiss franc under the mattress, that I am not recommending because they can steal it or you can forget it or whatever. Some insects can eat it. So the Swiss franc is going up. The Swiss, mortgage, another thing, if you take mortgage on your business in Swiss franc, you just pay 1%, 1.5% mortgage on it. 2% interest rate on your mortgage, let's say, for business assets, for office, whatever. In UK, it is 5, 6, 7. Worse, if you have worse credit score, you get 6, 7 or none. So in every case, mortgages, loans, buying assets, using currency, making business, setting up the company. Now in this situation, if we consider that the world will not change more than it was in 50 years, I think it will not change much more. There will be currencies, I think. There will be currencies. There are many changes, but I don't think so that governments will let currencies to disappear. As the currency is a note covered with the country's own economy and own assets. Come on. And this is it. The British pound is better in all ways you can imagine compared to Swiss franc and other currencies. Because if not Swiss franc is suitable for you, then let's say take if you don't like Switzerland because it's too expensive, let's say, because there are expensive things in Switzerland, office clerks, you must pay a lot because they earn a lot. So there is another currency, let's say. Let's say this is GBP says CZK. CZK, this is Czech Crown, this is European Union actually. It's even maybe better for some people because it's cheaper. And look at this. In 2000, the British pound was 1 million British pound was 64 million Czech crowns. 64 million Czech crowns for 1 million pounds. Now it is 30 million crowns, but it was 25. So from 65 to 25, GBP collapsed to CZK. Czech crown currency. and interest rate in Czech Republic is much lower, and things are less expensive still in Czech Republic, and you can operate your business in the European Union. And come on. You say houses in United Kingdom are good, increasing with the price. House prices are increasing. Another bullshit. This is another bullshit, because the house prices in United Kingdom since 2022 are the same. Actually, there was little crash since 2022, but the crash was so little because they printed so much money. So they pumped money, and the British pound actually lost to gold. And if we compare the gold price to the British pound, which actually gold price in 1971 was 15 pounds, now is 2,100 pounds, so it is 150 times more. British pound lost to gold in 50 years, 15,000%, but it's not the case. But if we compare the price of British pound to gold and to silver, and compare the frozen house prices in United Kingdom at the moment, so that means actually house prices went down by 50%, because if you go back 3-4 years ago, and if we compare the gold price to British houses, you would buy for your gold now three times more houses than for 5 years ago. If you spend your gold for the average house price, let's say 5 years ago, 6, 7, 4, I don't remember the exact date, but you can check it. If we go back even more, that is even worse for the British houses prices. So if you didn't buy house 5 years ago for your gold, if you had the quantity of gold that equaled to the same as average house price in United Kingdom, and you didn't buy this house and you kept your gold until today, for the same quantity of gold you would get 3 houses of average price. Thank you. Nor British houses are good for investment, nor keeping British pound good for investment, not doing business in London. Better Switzerland, Swiss franc, Czech crown, Czech Republic. House prices are disaster. Pumped by printed money. Empty printed money. Thank you. Bye bye. For more video like this about real investment and real prices, not out of the air, not some propaganda about the currencies and about prices, about investment, please follow my channel. Please subscribe my channel, notify, comment. See you soon.